We knew it was going to be a loss. We knew. There was just no way that the Eagles were going to go into New Orleans and beat the Saints in the Superdome. But we couldn't even get a competitive game. 48-7. 48-7? Are you serious? Billy 500 is here. I am Adrian Fettu. I know you don't have a lot of time, so we'll go until 8 o'clock and we'll close this because there's not really much to say.
Dude, this is like a double, triple moonwalk with a back somersault flip, okay, on our ass. This is beyond what I thought would happen. Like, I thought we weren't going to win this game, but I thought we would show up. We would show, a lot of heart. We would show a lot of intensity. We know this game would matter a lot for us, and we would have given the Saints a hell of a fight. And we didn't show anything. We were horrible everywhere.
21 points in the first quarter all year. You know what happened in this game? First possession, 3 and out. 6th time this year, the Eagles have gone 3 and out on their opening possession. Second series, 3 and out. Third series, Wentz throws a pick on the first play. The Saints were out gaining the Eagles 238-15 in just over a quarter of action. It was despicable. And right when you get back in the game, sort of back in the game, when it was 17-7, Sean Payton got cute with Taysom Hill. They went 3 and out, and then one of the Eagles did. Faced with a 3rd and 3, your quarterback is getting absolutely annihilated for the first 26 minutes of action. You're with a backup center, and you call a deep play-action pass from under center on a 3rd and 3.
Oh, dude, that drives me nuts. And I swear, I want to go back. At some point, we got to go back and look at how many times when Carson Wentz lines up under center that it's a play-action fake. They do this all the time, and it gives the defense time to get into to get them and to get pressure on because they don't bite on the play action. Nobody bites on it. And I know it's coming every time. And I've been complaining about this since the Tennessee Titans game. This is the same thing. And to do that on 3rd and 2, to me, was just the stupidest thing you could have done. I would have ran it there. I would have ran it on 3rd and 2 there. If they would have done that and ran it, he probably gets the first down. Or, and then go for a 4th down. But my God, that was such a bad. It was such horrible play calling in this game.
It's unbelievable. It's the same shit each and every week. It's like you tell me during the week that you're going to get Josh Adams the ball, yet once again he only gets 7 carries. He totals 53 yards, 7.6 yards a carry. The 28-yard gallop was beautiful. He's running them on the next drive, and then they go away from it. I know they were down big and all that. I get it. But you're trying this play-action bullshit when you only ran the ball 12 times in the entire game.
I know. It's so frustrating.
It seriously makes me question whether or not I was right about Doug Peterson.
Well, and I was thinking about that during my stream. Remember, I was thinking about all the things that we thought about Doug going into last year, not this past, but the year that they won Super Bowl, and all the worries about him, just what kind of coach he was. And this is what I thought he was going to do last year. And then I watched games like the Colts game, and I'm going, man, that's the Eagles' offense. That's what we did last year. That looks exactly like us, but we don't look like us. And it makes you wonder, what the hell is going on? Is the Frank Reich, is losing him hurting this team, especially from an offensive play call mentality?
I think there's several reasons why they miss him. One of them is the red zone efficiency. And another one is, I think we've talked about this before, just somebody in Doug Peterson's ear to tell him to run the goddamn ball. I mean, it all starts up front and then running the ball. And, this line has not protected Wentz or Nick Foles all season long. Eagles quarterbacks are getting hit more than any quarterback in the league, and it's not even close.
No.
Yet they just continue dropping back to pass. not running the football at all. And, for a while, it was because, the Eagles didn't have any running backs. Well, now that's not an excuse anymore because Josh Adams looks fantastic. And they're still not running the ball.
They're still not running the ball, and they don't even seem to, attempt to do it. They don't even attempt to do it. It's absurd. They're too predictable. Offensively, they're too predictable. You know where they're going, what kind of throws they're going to make, and where these guys are going to be. And if you can sit there and watch the TV and kind of know, then defensive coordinators know what they're doing. And this is every week, and there's no changes at all. And I thought when Josh Adams scored a touchdown, I was like, all right, well, maybe Doug is going to start using him and found something here to build on and to go with the rest of the game. And he just goes away from it, like you said. Makes no sense. It makes no sense. And the more they fall behind, the more they get desperate throwing. And the more desperate you get throwing, the more predictable that you are, and the defense knows what you're doing. Yeah. It's just a big snowball that is compounding on itself as weeks go by and by.
Yeah, and 3 interceptions. So he threw in the double coverage on the one, which was really bad. And then you had the others, and it was just it was a combination of him being bad and the offensive line not giving him protection. I mean, how many times did he have to sidestep defenders today just to get throws off? He was only sacked 3 times.
Yeah, it just seems like every play he has somebody about to get to him, somebody closing in on him. It seems like every play. But this was his worst game that I think I remember. This was a bad game.
He was really bad.
He was bad. Carson Wentz stunk today. No doubt about it. But so did Doug Peterson. So did the offensive line. So did the defense. So did Jim Schwartz. To me, the whole team as a whole stunk. You don't get beat 48-7 because just one guy played bad. The whole team stunk. But Carson, he was bad. He was bad today. Bad.
Defensive line continues to not get pressure on the quarterback. Drew Brees, 22 of 30, 363 yards, 4 touchdowns. Quarterback rating of 153.2. He had all day to throw back there. And if you're not getting any pressure from the D-line and you lose 3 cornerbacks in the game, good luck trying to cover these receivers. It's funny because we all wanted Jalen Mills out. Man, he looks like an all-pro right now compared to these other guys.
Well, yeah, and like we always say, to me, it's the scheme. The scheme is what is really bad on this defense, especially in the secondary. They can't get pressure. They cannot get pressure on the quarterback. And Drew Brees, if he gets time, he will kill you. I mean, to me, the biggest insult of the game was on 4th and 7. They go long and they get a touchdown to Kamara down the sideline. I mean, that was the ultimate, in your face right there. I mean, that's brutal, dude. I am really curious how the Eagles will respond to this, because I thought that the Cowboys game, they were going to come out and respond in this game and at least fight. I don't feel like they fought.
I wanted to see it be competitive. There were a couple Eagles fans, a little delusional, thinking the Eagles were going to win. They were never going to win this game.
No.
I just wanted to see, like you were saying, fight, battle. I mean, you lost to Dallas at home, right?
I know.
But they said this was a must-win game coming in. This is what we saw, 48-7.
I mean, they didn't come to fight. They didn't come, to me, they checked out, dude. 17-7 after they intercepted, they checked out. And I expect more from a defending Super Bowl champion than what we saw today. I don't know what's going on with this team. But I just really expected more. I expected more. Now the Giant fans are they think we're one game. We are one game above the Giants.
We might lose to the Giants next week.
We might. I told Bad Dog that won't happen, but it might happen.
Dude, it's just spiraling right now. And I don't know who they're going to play at cornerback. What are you going to do against Odell Beckham? I mean, they can win, obviously. I mean, it's the Giants, but it's just not there's no more gimmies anymore. Each game is going to be difficult from here on out. And the worst. I don't know if this is a bad thing or if this is a good thing that they're still in the thick of the NFC East race.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Because I mean, Alex Smith breaks his leg today or his ankle, whatever.
yeah.
And I mean, Dallas is looking better now. They get a big win today against Atlanta. But you look at the Redskins now; it's like, well, they're going to free fall without a quarterback. 8-8 might win this thing.
I know.
Jesus, they're still in this thing. This is just insanity. It is.
I don't even know.
And I can't say that they're going to win the NFC East because if you can't even beat the Cowboys at home, I can't take this team seriously right now.
You can't assume. I mean, look, technically, mathematically, they are very much in this thing. They are because Washington loses. You're only 2 games out of first place. You got to play Washington twice,
And you get them twice.
And you got to play Dallas again. So you are in the thick of this whole thing. But how the hell do you think this team's going to sweep their division? Because that's what it's going to take. They need to sweep the rest of their division. I mean, maybe they lose to LA and they still can survive. But like,
well, right now the Eagles are going to go 8-8, probably. They maybe even worse. But 8-8 is probably where they're going to go because the Rams game is an L. And they're probably going to lose another game.
Well, they got Houston to play at home, and that's going to be a tough game.
That's an L.
Then you got to go to Dallas. How are you going to go beat Dallas? You couldn't beat them at home.
I know. So, I still think they stink, but whatever.
They do. I mean, Atlanta. Atlanta's
the entire division stinks.
It does. It does. I mean, I would say Dallas has the inside track on the division right now, having beat us. Having to play Washington.
Oh my God! They might win.
No Alex Smith.
How disgusting would it be if Dallas wins this division?
It'll be really disgusting until they get their ass kicked in the playoffs.
Oh, and then the Eagles get a better draft pick while they get nothing.
Yeah, well, the Eagles look. I mean, it's going to be interesting doing off-season video, like because there's a lot of things that when I go back and look at this. Like whole season and start with last all season. There's a lot of mistakes that the Eagles made in the front office that really hurt them this year. And it'll be interesting to see what they do this all season because I think they got to retool. I think they got to retool on offense.
They made decisions with their heart instead of their head. They paid Nick Foles instead of trading him for the 35th overall pick. I mean, I know hindsight and playing that what if game is something we don't like to play, but that was a no-brainer. They should.
They wanted to do right by the players that had been there for a while. I get it, but it hurt us, and we needed to maybe focus on keeping blunt, maybe bringing in another weapon here or there, and we didn't do it, and it's hurting us.
Yeah. So and here we are now. I mean,
I just can't believe it. I cannot. There's no way you could have convinced me. I don't care with what at the beginning of the year that we would be sitting at 4-6. There's no way I would believe it. I don't even remember Super Bowl champions struggling this bad.
Yeah, like we've seen the Broncos after Elway retired. And Peyton Manning too.
Yeah,
but not like that. This Carson Wentz is here. You still got pieces back from last year. I mean, Fletcher. You added Michael Bennett, and we're getting 4-6 right now. It's looking like the first year again.
It looks exactly like that. Yeah, it's exactly what it looks like. From just everything, it looks like that. You're right. Yeah. You're right. It's tough, man. This is a humbling game, but what concerns me the most is just the way they came out and played. I don't think they came out and played like this is a must-win game. I didn't get that feeling from this team.
I mean, like I said in the beginning of the show, 238 yards to 15 it was to start out the game. You go 3 and out on your first 2 possessions, and you had a pick on your third. So this is what it was. I mean, the Eagles again, they are dead last in the NFL in first quarter scoring. They were second last year. Just a complete change. And, it's Frank Reich is a big thing, and I think it's Frank Reich and also the stupidity of Mike Rowe. I think Mike Rowe is just bland and vanilla and stinks. And, I know everybody wants Jim Schwartz to go, but the guy that needs to go at the end of the year is Mike Rowe.
What are the chances that happens? Because
I don't know, but that's the first thing I'm doing. He's gone. I need somebody with the balls to tell Doug to run the fucking ball.
Yeah, I think they both need to go. I don't think Schwartz will go because he's coming.
I would not get rid of Schwartz.
But
I know that's an unpopular opinion.
Yeah.
But his scheme works when you get pressure from the defensive line.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, the defensive line has just not shown up this year. So that off coverage looks horrible when your D line doesn't get there.
Well,
but the same guy that won a Super Bowl last year.
Yeah. Well, that's why he's gonna say. But I think Groh. Yeah, I don't think Groh's been good. I think it's way too predictable, and if they got rid of him tomorrow, I would not mind. If they fired him tonight and said Doug's taking over first, I have no problem with that at all.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's about 8:00, so I know you got to go. So
I got to go.
Yeah, we'll do quick final thoughts, and there's really nothing else. Did we miss anything? Did we miss any? I guess I'll just quickly go through it. All right. So Jason Kelce got hurt with his elbow. Jordan Hicks got hurt. I think it was a calf injury. Rick Lovato got hurt. Rasul Douglas got hurt, knee injury. Sidney Jones re-aggravated his hamstring, and one more. Avonte Maddox. There you go. 6 guys gone. All right. Final thoughts. Go.
I'm a loss for words, man. We stink today. We stunk. I didn't think we played good. I didn't think we showed enough heart. I don't think we came out like the season depended on it. As far as where we go from here, right now, I don't know. I don't know what to expect from this team going forward. I want to see how they react this week. I think they should be pissed off, and I think they should come out and take it out on the Giants. The Eagles are still in this division race. They are still in it. They don't deserve to be, but they are. Can they take advantage of that and get hot, make a run? Can this loss, such an embarrassing loss, turn everything around for us? We'll find out.
Yeah. Well, one thing's for sure. The run is not coming, but they still might win the division.
Yeah, that's true.
Because this division is so bad.
Yeah, it's really bad.
All right. We're out of here. That's Philly 500. I am Adrian Fecchio.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Try to have a happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I'm grateful for my Super Bowl last year. That's what I'll say.
Yeah, me too. But I want more.
I know. Well, we got to get out of here. So we're out. See ya.
Peace. Bye.